Hi, welcome to Film Flush,
When good films float on top.
and the bad films get flushed.
In this new episode of Film Flush, we visit the Grand Budapest Hotel where Wes Anderson creates a make-believe world where theft and murder leads to a chase that involves trains, sleds, and skis.
Why do you want to be a lobby boy?
Who wouldn't? At the Grand Budapest, sir.
And so my life began. Junior lobby boy in training under the strict command of Monsieur Gustave H. Many of the hotel's most valued and distinguished guests came for him.
I love you.
I love you. She was dynamite in the sack, by the way.
She was 84.
I've had older.
This was also when I met Agatha.
She's charming. She's so charming.
Is he flirting with you?
The movie follows the exploits of hotel concierge, Monsieur Gustave H, played by the one who shall not be named, who falls in love with an old woman, a very rich old woman.
But is he Ralph Fiennes?
Oh yes, otherwise known as Ralph Fiennes, who falls in love with an rich old woman played by Tilda Swinton. Only to find out that she bequeathed him a priceless piece of art when she suddenly passed away.
And basically that pisses off her family, led by Dimitri, played by Adrian Brody, and his sadistic henchman, the
William
Green
Dafoe.
Goblin
Yeah,
himself.
he really looked like the Green Goblin.
Yeah, he does look like the Green Goblin
Only
in this
that
movie.
he's not green.
And basically, Gustave gets implicated in this murder, and he has to go on the run from the two sadistic bad guys.
But with the help of his trusty lobby boy, Zero Mustafa, played by Tony Revolori. Yeah, it's basically like The Fugitive, but in Eastern Europe, in a country in Eastern Europe, but a make-believe country called what?
Less violent,
Yeah, less violent.
more perfume.
The Grand Budapest Hotel is classic Wes Anderson, and if you are a hipster, you will definitely love this movie. From the theatrical framing, the deadpan dialogue, the awkward love story, the screen ratios with the wobbly screen ratios that keeps changing, and the fascination with the past. I think everything here is fits perfectly, and it's classic Wes Anderson.
I think how much you like this movie depends a lot on how much you enjoy Wes Anderson's work as a whole. So, how much do you enjoy Wes Anderson?
If you notice my mustache and this
Hairstyle,
suit,
attire.
I immediately said I'm a hipster, and I like this movie a lot, and I like Wes Anderson.
Well, I can appreciate Wes Anderson, but you have to admit sometimes his style is very grating. I'll admit that the movie looks spectacular, like vibrant colors, like amazing use of like aspect ratios and all
It's
this.
actually his funniest movie as well. I think it's his funniest movie, although the comedy is not as slapstick. Well, there's elements of slapstick in there, but I think it's his funniest film.
I think it's almost too slapstick. Some of the gags are very repetitive, and I admit like the way he tells the story is very visual. There's a lot of details in his sets and his costumes and the props. Even like they add a lot of like symbolism to the and meaning to the story as it's being told. But I don't know. I just feel like it's the same film. We've seen this film like.
I think that's why, because he's not an average filmmaker basically. He's an author, and his language
His
is
style
like that.
is very distinct, but yeah, I just find it grating after a while. So I'll just say right from the start, I'm not a big fan of this movie.
What do you think
Doesn't mean it's terrible. It's just I don't think it's as good as some of his previous works.
Okay. I that's fair. So what do you think of the performances? Talk about Ralph Fiennes as Monsieur Gustave H.
Ralph Fiennes is something else in this film. He's very eloquent. He's kind of like you think Ralph Fiennes and then just add like 600% more Wes Anderson to it. He talks a lot, and then like his mannerisms are very distinct. You can tell he appreciates the fine things in life. Very Wes Anderson, white privilege. kind of thing going on.
He's the backbone of the film actually.
He is, yes.
And then there's also the scene stealing co-star.
Yeah, the lobby boy. So, but the story is primarily about the concierge and his lobby boy, and he's getting hunted down by Adrian Brody and the Green Goblin.
And not to mention Edward Norton, who is the policeman chasing after him. Yes. And Edward Norton is at his funniest here.
Because he's supposedly like a German.
Yes, but it's a German with an American accent.
It's a full-on American accent.
And that was quite interesting. There were a few set action pieces, the skiing one, and that's the one, the shooting in the hotel lobby, which we won't spoil it for you. Have to watch it. It's quite choreographed to perfection for a shooting scene.
Yeah, I'll admit that is one of the more unique shootouts I've ever seen in cinema. Okay, so let's sum it up. What do we like about this film? For me, I think it's not always spot on, but I consider it to be funny.
I like it because it's a Wes Anderson film.
Basically, you can kind of sum up this movie like, if you like this, it's because it's a very Wes Anderson-y film. If you don't like it, it's also because it's a very Wes Anderson. It's polarizing. If you don't like his style, you won't like this film.
I really like Wes Anderson films, and Ray Fiennes, he saved the film from being a wacky mess of slapstick gags. Yeah.
I think the central issue I have with this movie is like the lack. I don't really find a very coherently well-told story, but then again, like, it's bookended by it's a story told by it's bookended by a few scenes, which means it's told in the past. So like, in a way, like, if you think about it, it's like Wes Anderson, like, memory could be very subjective and not make a lot of sense.
So that's the big question now. Do we flush it or not?
As much as I want to flush it, I think the good stuff that Wes Anderson brings to the table like far outweighs his negatives. So
it floats.